Hello. Are we working? I think we're working. Sweet. Let's go. Uh, Tubert, hello, welcome in. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing okay. My tracking is tilted to the side. Nope, still tilted to the side. Okay. Facing my monitor straight on. Calibrate. There we go. Okay. Anyways, hello. I know it's been a hot minute. I've been busy. Actually, busy might be a little bit of an understatement. I've mentioned before, I'm a college student, so I've been busy with classes already. And now on top of that, I've been studying for my GMAT, which is my exam to get into graduate school. So, well, I'm an accounting student. And so I graduated last May with my bachelor's degree, and I've been trying to get into graduate school, and so I'm taking my GMAT in 2 weeks, so I've been studying pretty hard for that because, you know, it's kind of important if I want to get into grad school. So yeah, I have been busy. And in my busyness, I may or may not have forgotten that today is my second anniversary. And so I am postponing the celebration and stuff until tomorrow, and so I have a little bit of time to try and get something figured out. But yeah, things have been crazy, needless to say. Can you hear me all right? Is that everything fine on that part? Fantastic. Sweet. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, Twitch is working. Is YouTube working? YouTube is working. Excellent. Okay. So I don't know who's here yet, but those of y'all who have been around for Well, almost the full 2 years now. May remember a little game I played way back when I was still just using a PNG. A game I played called Strange Horticulture, which was like a plant, like you ran a plant shop with like mystical magical plants, and your job was to like figure out like find new plants, figure out what the effects of the plants do, help customers with their problems by giving them the appropriate plant. And it was really cool. It's got like this almost sort of, it's not quite Lovecraftian because it's missing the larger cosmic horror elements, but it does have that sort of like a weird shit's going down in a small town kind of vibe. It's almost kind of gives me like Shadow over Innsmouth vibes, but again, it's missing the larger incomprehensible cosmic horror entity aspect of it, I think. Well, I mean, there was sort of a god that was killing people, but it wasn't like cosmic horror. The god was very comprehensible. Of all the things I never thought I'd say in my life, the god was very comprehensible. It's definitely one of those phrases that's like up there on the list. Strange Horticulture is so fun. It really is. And so today I have something kind of exciting. The sequel to Strange Horticulture, Strange Antiquities, came out very, very recently. I think like last week or 9 days ago, so a little bit over a week. And I figure since it's my anniversary, I might as well go back to my... Oh, ad break is running. I'm sorry. I forgot to do that during my starting soon. I need to play it. Well, didn't know this came out. I honestly didn't know it came out either until I had gotten like I was scrolling through my Steam library trying to find something to do for my anniversary, and I found, I saw the news post that said that this was out, and I figured, well, why not go back to my, in this case, literal roots? And so I'm excited to get started on this. We're gonna see how it goes. It has gotten, like, I haven't seen any publicity on it. Granted, I haven't stayed as in touch with the smaller side of the indie game scene recently. I've been preoccupied with a couple of bigger releases, like, well, Silksong, for example, is a very high-profile indie release. Deltarune as well was a very high-profile indie release this year. And most of the smaller titles I've been playing are older games that have like been on my list for forever, or older games that I'm revisiting. And so I am very excited to get sort of back to my roots with a smaller indie title. I think it's a 2-person development team, so definitely on the smaller side. Let me switch over to my gaming overlay. And we'll start the game. As a thaumaturge's apprentice, there's a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, and the potent from the mild. It was supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities, in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging, with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were over. A circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed, even then, to signal the start of the rising ground. 3, 4, 5, 6, or 4. There's... Why is it slipping my mind now of all times? There is an old, like, it's not really like a nursery rhyme, but like a poem that talks about, like, numbers of ravens and what they are omens of. I think it's 3 for a birth and 4 for a death. But there's 6, 7 here that are, like, somewhat rendered. I don't remember what 7 is. I mean, 7 is generally an unlucky number, and 7 is either a very lucky number or a very unlucky number. Like, I mean, you get, from Christianity, you get this idea of, like, the 7th day as being a holy day. But at the same time, in other parts of the world, 7 is particularly ominous. Oh, and I got a new keyboard. So, since I got a new keyboard, I'm no longer using my laptop keyboard. This is a mechanical keyboard, so it's going to be actually not even a little bit, it's going to be considerably louder than my other keyboard. I might have to adjust, like, my EQ or something to bring the frequencies down, but just let me know if my keyboard is too loud for right now. It shouldn't be since I have my noise cancellation on, but just in case, please just let me know. Also, please let me know if there's any, like, audio issues, even if it's, like, a small thing that bothers you. Because I want to try and make my streams more enjoyable to watch. So, alright, I guess I'm ringing the bell. Eli White. I have been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I am leaving the shop in your care, with some reluctance, I might add. Make use of my reference materials. Here, take this. There's an index in the back that may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, it's safest not to touch anything at all. I should be back in a few days. Use the arrow keys to navigate. Oh, okay. So that's my desk with alchemical symbols. Artifacts. More artifacts. Locked cabinet. There is a wheel here I can turn. Oh, and of course a cat. What's the cat's name? Oh, he purrs! Ah! I love him already. Or her. Okay, so what is this? So that needs to put an artifact in the center. That looks like the right one. Nope. I need to turn my brightness up. I can't see nothing. Nothing there. I've got scales. Got a skull of some kind down there. What's this? Okay, this is... What's the cat? Devourer of Souls, Jupiter. I love him. The Thaumaturge, Eli White. Eli is a thaumaturge, a collector and curator of powerful objects. Objects that, to the untrained eye, may appear dull and lifeless, but that in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge, can be a gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand each new object has been the driving force of his adult life. As the owner of strange antiquities, Eli is a stern master. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a more tender side. A side that is mostly reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter. Okay. So he's got sun in the pyramid, and Jupiter's got a paw. Hi, Jupiter. Jupiter's the thaumaturge's cat, or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's thaumaturge. Jupiter found strange antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, but he learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursions is a mystery, but he does seem to be well known among the town's residents. Cool. Hi, Pelican! The Devourer of Souls. I know, he's perfect. Okay, so... Also I've got this, open. Okay, so that's my desk. Open. Contents. Medical... So what is that? That's the table of contents. That's the index. Okay. Okay. Start things off. Oh, sorry, Jupiter. Sorry, buddy. Come Congratulations! Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. That's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. If you would be so kind, I am looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Use right-click on items to inspect them. Okay, what are you? Alright, so I need to look for hunter's boon. A primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are simple items without embellishment. Okay. So I'm looking for an item. I'm gonna bring that down, since I obviously don't have whatever the key for that is. Looking for an item that looks like it was taken from a slain beast. What if I inspect it? Color and composition. Holy brown. Sense of touch. Sensation of power. Okay. This could also be it. No, it's bronze, so that's metal. Let me look at this again. Color and composition, yellowy brown, yellowy white. Looks like bone, or it looks like a tooth, but I'm not sure. What are you? Bronze. That's not it. Brown fabric of some sort. Okay. That's not it. Let me look at my book again. Primitive item. Grant the power of the predator. Trophies taken from slain beasts. Okay. That's just a drawing of a wolf. That is entirely unhelpful. That's not what I want. I want that. Clay. That's not it. What about you? Wood. That's not it either. Okay. Well, I suppose I'm going for the tooth then. So that is the hunter's boon. This is a tiger's tooth, a trophy from a predator. On closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. Alright. Okay, so I discovered the Selenic totem. Cool. I'm gonna add a label here. Alright, so I know this one for sure, so I'm gonna make it blue. Or no, it's hunter's boon, not hunter's mark. Oh, I can change the icon on it too now. Okay. Interesting. Sorry, Jupiter. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. Creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Okay. So, shadow hold. A shadow hold, or oshadic vessel, is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or a bottle of some sort of box. It can be used to contain an Okay, so it's obviously referencing a shade, an oshadic spirit, the manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catching. Alright, so I'm looking for something with the loopy square in the middle and a bunch of dots on the outside. Alright. What do we got? Oh. Pretty sure that's one. Clay. Carved in Markings, pungent. No, that's not right though, is it? That's not the right mark. Any sort of vessel engraved with a shadow catcher. Okay. What about you? No. Oh. Okay. So that does something to the clock. There must be a puzzle that corresponds to that. Nope. Is there something in this cabinet, maybe? Those are weights. That's not what I need. I guess it's probably gotta be this, I guess. Or, unless it's this, maybe? But no. Nothing engraved on it. Please be right. Okay. That's not the same marking, though. It's not on the bottles the same as the sketch. No, it's not. It's missing the pointy things. Or, wait. Oh, no, it's got the pointy things. They're just inside the spirals along the outside. Call my sister's cat the devourer of treats. And must touch every object in the room. Yeah, must touch every object in the room. Because what if they're hiding secrets? I love secrets. Okay, I got sunbonds. Let me label this thing. Oh, click to edit. There we go. Shadow bolt. There we go. Okay. Next customer. David Schaefer. What's with all these ravens flying about Undermere today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Mr. Mailman, bring me a dream. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry in the... on the shin? I can't tell if that's a B or an H. I think that's an H. Charlie Weathers. Okay. Thank you, Charlie. Do I have like a storage section? Yeah, I do. Okay. Stanley Hume. I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's a pleasing word. Oh, he's holding out sibilants. I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's a pleasing word to hold on the tongue. Alright, Ossic ring. What am I looking for here? Ossic. Ossic ring. These somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Corchin, but as the practice fell out of favor, as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Corchin's unearthly hiss when they hold an Ossic ring up to their ear. Okay, interesting. So I'm looking for a like a twisted ring with... Ossic ring. What do I got? What are you? You are not. Or you what I'm looking for? No. Made a bone. Okay, Serpent's Whisper. Has some evil quality to it. I don't like to hold it. Okay. I will check. I have one other thing that might be an option, which is, I think, this. But And composition is bronze. Uneven texture. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay. So I'm assuming it's this based on the... Oh, that eye moves. What are you? Inner perception? Nothing to remark. Not about the fact that it has a stone in the middle that is a moving eyeball. Cool and smooth. Green marble. Okay. So that's not what I'm looking for. In that case, I'm assuming that this is what it is. Also, because genuinely os, or generally os is a prefix to use to refer to objects made of bone. Like, when something is ossified, that means it's turned to bone. Any mushrooms in this game? I mean, probably, but that's more the first game's territory. Oh yeah, Pelican, you might remember when I played the first game. It was like a plant-based puzzle game with, like, magic plants. Identified ossic ring. Made of bone, this item satisfies the description of macabre. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I just got the hissing and the prefix. Evocant. Okay. Gonna go ahead and label this. Label is blue. Ossic ring. I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. Okay, interesting. Okay, so after I talk to this new guy, the behavior of these ravens is disturbing, to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into. And they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there, and I'd like to know what. I read too fast, clearly. A voice of Cernunnos might help put me at ease. Or it might do the opposite. Okay, voice of Cernunnos. The name Voice of Cernunnos is used to refer to any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such items can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Cernunnos? I don't know how to say that. Cernunnos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with the antlers of a stag and often wearing or holding a torque. Cernunnos wearing his torque. Okay, so it's a bull ring. I will double check just to make sure. Bronze, check. Uneven texture, nothing to remark, nothing to remark. Okay, well, I'm assuming that's it. Okay. Voice of Cernunnos. New book content. Let me label this. Cernunnos. Alright, I guess I'm... Well, I'm gonna pet Jupiter one more time, and then I'll end the day. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Backbarrow. Oh, it's like a connect the dots type thing, except you just follow the path. Interesting. Pair of golden cuffs? Or manacles? An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Okay. I'm assuming I'll get a map eventually. Oh, wait, there's drawers here that I didn't notice. I'll put that up there for now. Move you to the side. What's this? Okay, that is a thing with the Venus symbol on it. Reminder, I've stored a couple items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. Okay. They're not tarot cards, like oracle cards, almost. You can use shift to bring up a magnifying glass, or the scroll wheel on my mouse works too. Oh. Okay, so that goes there. I guess I'm supposed to fill in the blanks on the table. So that tile goes there. Assuming that this follows the same pattern consistently, the Venus symbol should always come after whatever that is. I don't know what symbol that is. I only know a couple of alchemical symbols. And the Venus symbol is one I know off the top of my head because it's generally used as the symbol for female, but... What are you? Ophthalmic fields. Ophthalmic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a ophthalmic lens, a diurnal field pattern. These fields are not fully understood, despite attempts to study them over the years. Okay, I'll put you there for now. Oh, there's my map. Okay. Sweet. I've got a couple of interesting objects. And whatever that is. That's my map. Okay. Can I drag you up here? Put you on the shelf? Yes, I can. Okay. And then back down. Put you over here on this shelf. Cool. Okay, so what clues do we have? Escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. So I'm looking for a jail of some kind? Station, the convent, the blacksmith guild, town hall, Twinnings, Market Square, Keystone Manor, the spoken word, museum of history, the old jail. So that's probably 10. Don't see any other jails. Ran northwest, hid me in the first building he came to. All right, so I'm looking for a number 10 on the map. Oh, this is significantly more interactive than the northwest, hid me in the first building he came to. So that's north, east, southwest. So that's northwest. There we go. That was loud. I might have to turn the sound effects down a little bit. Sorry. Assuming it wasn't too loud for y'all. That is. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly searched through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all, when suddenly and unexpectedly I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. Okay, that's ominous looking. I'm gonna stick this over here with the other ominous looking hands. Okay. Don't think I can explore again for a second, or maybe I can actually. Wine merchant next door. Okay, so Strange Antiquities was what, 29? The proprietor, a Mrs. Cranmore, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, well, take the lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me, but I don't like the idea of those unnaturals in my cellar. Okay, a whole bunch of items. I take it I can explore as many times as I want, which is an interesting change compared to the first one, because with the first one you had to build up, like, experience over time to go exploring. Alright, I'll do one more exploration. I'm sure I still have something here I can do. Ophthalmic lens, and then... Boatyard. Alright. Well, actually, I think I got everything that I need from this letter already, but... I'll check the boatyard anyway. I suppose it can't hurt. Boatyard. Boatyard. Number 8. Oh, there we go. The yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timber covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowboat. "You must be here from Strange Antiquities," he says with a smile. He takes me to the dilapidated office, where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water, and a thin window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheath of brown papers out of a desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. Okay. Apparently, as an afterthought, and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. "I've no use for it," he says. "Don't even know what it's for." Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to turn the sound effects down because they're really loud on my ends. Let's go, like, 60% should be plenty. Put this on a shelf over here, I guess. Alright, and now we can get started. Ah, well that's just perfect. Ondermere fizzling with fear over the ravens, and the thaumaturge has left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of the wrong side of the bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Right, got a new book. Okay, so how do I go archive? There we go. So I can put this away. And I can put this away. Putting the map away, close the drawer. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's the alchemical symbols. Alright, so Venus is antimony. Oh, I guess that's not the Venus symbol, at least on here. Arsenic, bismuth, magnesium, phosphorus, platinum, potassium, zinc, copper, gold, iron, lead, quicksilver, silver, tin. Seasons, weather, Wiccan symbols. Okay, put that up here for now. I love so much that you can pet the cat. I adore the cat. I adore the cat so much. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horned shackle might be the answer. Alright, well, you know what I don't know if I have or not is a horned shackle. H. Horned shackle? Okay. Horned shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are much more commonly totems of some kind. Alright, so that is a bullhead with smooth horns. Alright, what are you? Nothing. Oh, sense of touch. I'm looking for part feels smooth, rough and pitted. Sit and sound, nothing to remark. Nothing to remark there. Wood. Alright, did it say it was carved? It said that they're pendants or totems, or they said that they can be pendants but are more commonly totems. Don't think there's anything else here that would qualify. Oh, except for maybe this. Color and composition, bronze. Ridged horns, so that's not it. Could also be this one here. Clay. Pointy. Textured. Alright, so I think it is most likely this here, then. Here we go. Item has horns. Closer inspection reveals that the horns have been worn smooth. Yeah, okay. Vesiger. Interesting. Alright, I will go ahead and label this here. Actually, you know what? Now that I have all of these icons that I can add, I am going to see if I can, like, mess around with some of the icons that were in this pure book. Alright, so Thonic disciplines. Selenic is of the moon. Dryadic is of the earth. Diurnal, Diurnic is of the day. Noctic is of the night. Mentic is of the mind. And Wixic is of the body. Interesting. Oh, that's not what I want. I have to click to imbuements. Elements, materials. Ashes, oil, soap, tallow. Ew, urine. Verdigris, vinegar, wax. Mundane elements, planetary metals. Seasons, weather, and Wicca. Okay. I'm sorry, little dude. Why does it make me startle the cat every time? I feel bad already. At least the weather is looking a little better out there today. Oh, I got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours. For the right price, of course. Kind regards, John Royston. Alright, so I'm looking for Royston Farm. Greywick Farm. Farm. Royston Farm is number 30. Right there. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after a lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Okay. I got a raven pendant? Crow pendant? I'm not sure. I can't archive this, though. Julia Braddock. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark, on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later, and I wanted to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moonheart would bring her some comfort. Okay, a moonheart. So, index in the back. Okay. Black heart. I'm looking for M. Moonheart is a Selenic totem. Selenic totem. These carved totems, more commonly known as moonhearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling, such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes, associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Okay. That's not what I want. Up. Looking for something with a crescent engraved? What are you? Engraved detailing. What's that diamond? That double diamond. It's there. That's gotta be in here somewhere. Arsenic. Protection. Okay. I might, since I'm looking at it right now, I'm actually gonna tag it with that symbol. And then I'll go green, since I don't know what it is yet. Okay, Selenic. I'm looking for something with an engraved crescent. That's got the, what looks like the Aries symbol engraved in it. That's got a cross, that's not it. No. They often take the form of something related to the moon or the night, so that might be it. Sense of touch, polished scent and sound. Nothing to remark. Overcome by a warm, loving emotion. Okay, so that's probably it, but I'll check the rest of the store just in case. There we go. Selenic totem. Alright, let me label this real quick. And then I'm going to take I need the book again. That's not it. Selenic, yeah. Of the moon. So 2 circles, or 3 circles. A small circle on top, medium circle on the bottom, and a big circle, and then a triangle in the middle. Okay. Where are you? You're here. Symbols, is this one. Okay, next up. Daisy Winters. A friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. These 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? I'll see what I can do. So I need a binding seed or a Zia. Neither of those are in this book. They are probably in this book though. I need a binding seed. These items are made of 2 distinct materials, representing the mentic and the wixic, the mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, is described by a spiral, encompassing the body, the seed. A binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. Or, looking for a Zia. Worn around the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zias are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. So the question is, amplify feelings of guilt and shame or instill feelings of paranoia. I will go ahead and amplify feelings of guilt or shame. So I'm looking for a spiral surrounding a seed. That looks like one. I don't like how this makes me feel. Okay. Dark wood, perhaps. Stone. Rough and gnarled. Scent and sound, nothing to remark. Inner perception. I don't like how this makes me feel. Versus Azia is what? Worn around the neck, so it's a pendant. An innocent-looking item made of any material except wood or clay. No symbol or writings. What are you? Iron and bronze. No, but it's any single material. What are you? Composition bronze. No symbols or engraving though, so that's not it. Inner perception. Strong sense of being watched. Okay, so I think that's the Zia. And that's the binding seed. I'm not sure which one is better, though. Like, I'm not used to having, like, consequential choices this early in the game, man. We're on day 2. Pendant. That's not it. That's definitely not it. Generally, in terms of game design, the option that leads to the stronger consequences, or the better consequences, will be the object that's harder to find. So given how vague the description of the Zia is, that seems better. But at the same time, I feel kind of weird about, like, giving someone an object that I know is going to make them paranoid. Versus where, if there's any existing sense of guilt, the binding seed will amplify it. But the Zia will induce paranoia. Given that the Zia is harder to find, I'm gonna go with that. Item is made of a single material, no symbol or other markings. It's a pendant, and it induces a sense of paranoia. Okay. Alright, so that one is confirmed, so I will label it blue. With not necessarily an icon. Versus where this one's not confirmed, so I'm going to make it red, I guess. And you are a binding seed. Alright, so it's got signs for the Mentic and the Wigsec. I should put those on the label, but I have to go remind myself of what they are first. Nope, that's not it. Back this way, maybe? Elements, materials, imbuements. Alright, so the Mentic is downward triangle with circles on the top and bottom. Wigsec is a downward triangle with circles on the top and middle. Where are you? There you are. Not that way. This way. So a circle on the top and bottom, and then downward triangle with circles in the top and middle. Oh, I can only do one. In that case, just no symbol. Although I can add, I think, the protection symbol on this. I think I can add that. Yeah. It's that symbol, I think. No, that's not it, actually. Okay, no, so I don't think I can add that symbol. Alright, next customer. Emmett Burrows. They found a man just now in that house where all the ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'll be taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a Libula to see us through safely. Alright, Libula. Gundits. That's not the one I want. Make you double click? No. How did I do it? Did I zoom in? No. Okay. Libula. There we go. Libulas are reported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that a libula is not merely decorative. There's power in symbology, as the old thaumaturges know well. Alright, so I'm looking for something with a wisdom imbuement. What does that look like? Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Alright, that's got the rectangle with a triangle put out of the top. Wasn't that one of the ones over here? Oh, yes, it was. Nothing else with that symbol? Nope. Okay. That was easy. Clues, the item bears a symbol of wisdom. Yeah. Let's go, hard mode. I don't even think this is hard mode. I think it's just like a reasonable escalation in difficulty from the first game. Like, the first game wasn't super difficult either. There were a couple that had me a little unsure, but mostly my pattern recognition will carry me through it. Alright, so you are a libula with a wisdom symbol. Wisdom. Wisdom. There we go. Alright, we're gonna end the day. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head where he had sliced himself with the diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. Okay. Like, I'm drawing this pattern with my mouse. This is really cool. Oh. Okay, that is a key of some kind. Oh no, it's a set of buildings. So my guess is I have to find this particular set of buildings on the map, and then... Okay, so I'm looking for a vertical set of buildings that looks sort of like a key. That's not it. That looks sort of like it, though. No, no. No. Oh, that looks sort of like it. There's a short one on the bottom. And a... no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Is that it? Oh, that's it, yeah. So that's the hook right there. So it should be this one? I think. I want to make sure there's not like a hook like that anywhere else. Don't see one. So I'm assuming it's here. Yep. There is a narrow gap between the two houses, and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly, I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out onto the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long-hidden treasures. Okay, cool. Let's ring this here bell. Oh, I had meant to read the profiles. I'll read them after this customer. Morning. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm Francesca Robertson, a doctor of sorts. I assume you have heard about Mr. Hungerford? Seems to be the talk of the town already. I'm used to dealing with maladies of an occult nature, but black eyes are certainly unusual. I've heard of something like this before, but I don't see how it could be the same thing. Either way, I'm hopeful an evocant will have some sort of effect. Alright. Looking for an evocant. I don't know what that is. These stone items weigh the same as a man's heart. According to a popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important, and should not stray more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. They are placed on the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. Okay. So I'm looking for something that weighs exactly 1 pound. I had my weights in here somewhere, didn't I? Yeah, weights are in here. Right, so I need 1 pound on one side of the scale. And I'm looking for a stone item that weighs the same as a heart. So I'm looking for color and composition, iron, gemstone, iron. That's not it. So it should be one material. What are you? You're stone, fossilized creature of some sort. I don't think it's this, but it's worth trying it. Nope. Okay. What are you? Were you stone or clay? Clay. You're stone. Let's touch. Red paint. Alright, let's try weighing this. Exactly 1 pound. Alright, I take it that is what I'm looking for. There we go. An evocant. The item is made of stone. Weighing the item using my scale shows that it's exactly 1 pound. Okay. Got new book content. I will go label that. Where is it? There it is. Alright, label should be blue. Oh, I forgot to read the profiles again! Damn it. Apparently the human heart weighs 1 pound. I did not know that. I've been looking over my shoulder all day. Something is coming for me. I can feel it. I want a shield charm. I need it right away. Oh, she's wearing the thing that I gave her. Alright, shield charm. Let's see. Shield charm. Generic charms of protection have little to offer the skilled thaumaturge, but can have some small effect. An Oshadic spirit, or a wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Some charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though rarely precious metals. Okay, so I'm looking for something with a protection symbol. Protection. Is that double diamond? Oh, I knew I took note of that earlier. Oh, and there's one carved here, too. What did I have with the double diamond carved on it? Was it this? It was. They're rarely made of precious metals, so let me double check the composition. Cheap metal. Bone. Okay. I'm assuming that's it. Let me double check that I don't have anything else with that symbol on it, though. No. I know nothing here does. I've checked everything here. Not you. Not you. Nope. No. No. No, although that's definitely something Selenic. No. No, I checked that one. Checked this one. Let me double check this one. Okay, nothing there. So I am assuming it is this one. Alright, shield charm. And it does a symbol of protection. Okay. So let me label that. Color should be blue now. Did I spell that right? Shield is EI, right? Not IE? Is shield spelled IE? Actually, I think it might be. Yeah, that looks better. Looks more correct. Okay. I forgot to read the profiles again! There's something I wanted to show you. I didn't like the look of it, so I left it where I found it. What if it's cursed? It was hanging behind an old shed, all overgrown with ivy. Let me draw a quick map for you. There. Alright, I guess I'm going exploring. Looking for a road, a corner of a road with a lake and a forest. And a church? Where is there a church? Undermere Church is 28. 132. Where's 31? 29. 28 is there. It's back here by a lake, so it would be right there. This was a mistake. Oh, okay. Dang it. Oh, and I lost points. Okay, one more try. I'm looking for a lake. Not going to pay attention to anything else this time. Could be up there, although I don't think it would be. Could be there. No, it's not there. Could be there, although I don't think it's there either because the road isn't branching enough. I know it's not there. Oh, it could be here instead. But there's no corner to go off of. Oh, it might be that one. Church there, corner, and then the road. So up there. Also taking a wrong turning. Nope. Okay. So I will stop doing that for now. I'll leave that alone for now. Verona. Eli's picked a bad time to leave Undermere. I've come from the Hungerford house, where I've been helping Dr. Robertson and looking for any clues about what happened there. There wasn't much to go on. I did find a shattered Oshadic vessel, but whatever did this was no creeping dark. There's a strange black stain on the flagstone floor that I didn't like the look of. And the ravens? Very unusual, but at least they seem to have dispersed. I don't know what to make of it. I'm going to take a trip to Gleeston Castle to see if the Edmund Bishop can shed any light on their behavior. But first, I would like a vestiger. Whatever this is, we don't want it spreading. Alright, so I'm looking for a vestiger. The vestiger. A vestiger can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames turn pale blue in their presence. Okay, so I guess I'm taking a candle. And I'm looking for anything that'll turn the flame pale blue. Oop. Oh. Well, look at that. I'm gonna double check to see if there's any other artifacts that do that. Usually there's only one of each, but just in case. Alright, so they do not do that, so that means that this over here is my vestiger. Okay. I will go label that, and then now that the day is over, I'll look at my profiles. Ad break. Sorry. I didn't even notice. I really just set, like, up a sound alert or something for that so that I get the notification. It doesn't just pop up in chat. Okay. Profiles. Let's start over here. Okay, so I read through Eli's already. Verona Green, the occult scholar. Verona has been a constant in Undermere for as long as the streets have had cobblestones and the churches have had bell towers. She is respected and feared, which she revels in, and is revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her expertise has steered the citizens of Undermere away from catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Selenic flame and the Woken Dendru are two such effects that spring to mind. She is of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle so insurmountable, that it can't be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. Honestly, she's probably right. A well-brewed pot of tea can save a lot. Oh, wait, no. Press the wrong button. Okay. The ornithologist, Edmund Bishop. The 14th Lord of Gleeston Castle is a man of wealth and privilege, like the 13 before him. He is a man who would be easy to despise, as his father was, but he is well loved by those who know him. Now retired, he was a professor of ancient languages at the University of Cumbria, but his real passion is birds. His students learn to divert particularly dense lectures on Latin declension by asking about local owl species or quizzing the professor on increasingly exotic bird calls. Edmund was only too happy to oblige, spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. Alright, oh, press the wrong button again. Still, trying to get used to working around the magnifying glass. Okay, the doctor, Francesca Robertson. Growing up, Francesca's father was her hero. When he died suddenly and tragically in a mysterious incident, nobody seemed able or willing to give her the answers she demanded, and she grew tired of being fed the same stories that she knew could not be true. As she entered adulthood, she learned how to find things out for herself. And what she learned opened her mind to a world she hadn't known existed, a world of occult maladies and dark articles. She learned about Tormund's paralysis, Hobbes' fear, and the Sapphire Curse. And she learned that these maladies could be cured. Alright. Go ahead and end the day. We'll do more exploration in a minute, I guess. 2 days earlier, the writer and his fellow adventurer were deep underground, exploring the tunnels below the Kirkhead Tower when they made a discovery. The elation at their find would soon turn to horror. Alright, what do we got? This is going up, around, and okay, this is a key? This looks like a particularly elaborate key. That's because it is an elaborate key. After a disagreement between two houses, I was buried behind lock and key. Okay. Lock spelled with an E implies that it's a name of either a place or a person. So I will start with that. Looking for lock. Oh, the lock house. 7. Where is number 7? That's 2, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lock, and what is 13? 13 is the Keystone Manor. So behind lock and key. There we go. A large flat slab of granite marks an otherwise empty field. It bears an inscription. On this spot, in the year 1813, Arthur Key did shoot and kill the beloved horse of Wellington Lock. Buried at the foot of the slab, I find an unlocked chest containing a handful of legal documents, as well as a pistol and another item that catches my attention. Okay. What are you? You're interesting. Alright, I'm gonna try and explore this one more I'm gonna try and see if I can find this one more time. I'm looking for a lake or something with... behind a church in a forest. High Green Church. Alright, so I checked there already. So that looks right. It's got the corner up there. That's not right. It can't be right. That has the lake enclosed, so it also can't be right. No. So that's got the lake, but the corner's not right. Or I guess it's more of a pond than a lake, isn't it? I know that's not it because I checked there already. Other ponds? Anywhere? pretty sure this is the right place, but it's not. Oh, maybe it's in the shed behind the church? The church is old and the roof is in need of repairs. Moss and lichen add splashes of color to the otherwise gray exterior. I wander around to the back of the church where an old yew tree stands. Its gnarled branches scratch gently against faded gravestones in the breeze. The pastor strays into my moment of quiet reflection and imparts some local lore. The tree is known as the Witch of High Green Church, and there are those who believe it to have unnatural powers. While the tree lives, the witch's fingers cut from its limbs are alleged to provide healing through pain. Okay, that's interesting, but it's not what I was looking for. It's gotta be either a church or a cemetery. Given that it's got the cross on top. Is it the convent, maybe? 18? 18, 16, 17, 18. That's not it. Underground Station, the Pit, Mossy Wood, Galfrey's Tower, maybe? 22? Wherever that is. I checked here already, didn't I? Looking for 20... 22. 22, 22, 22. 21 is there, whereas 22... 23... Oh, 22 is all the way up on the island, so that's not it, I don't think. 25 is Calgary Hall. No. Library Jacob's Folly is 27. That's not it. Undermere Church is 28. I checked here already. I can get a hint. I'll check here one more time. There's only so many lakes. Oh, wait, that worked? But I checked there earlier and it didn't... Huh? What? Not the Uma. Context, please? The shed is actually a wooden summer house that looks out over the pond, but it's clear that it hasn't been used in some time. Thick branches claw their way up, or thick brambles claw their way up and over one side of the structure, and ivy covers the rest in a mottled green cloak. I find what I'm looking for to the rear. Parts of the ivy have been torn away recently, revealing an amulet hanging from a rusted nail. Something else catches my eye as I reach for it, and I notice that there is another pendant hanging next to it, almost completely hidden by the ivy. Okay, I've got 2 new items. Cool. I'll hang them here, I guess. Oh, why am I tired? The note you read was talking about shooting a horse. Oh! Again, short-term memory of a goldfish here. Yeah, the guy shot the other guy's Uma. Which is not very Uma-Pyoy of them. Can't believe I just said that. Well, the shop is still standing. That's something. Say what you will about Undermere, but this town is never quiet for long. I leave for a few days, and suddenly everyone's talking about ravens and curses. I'm going to need to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. At least I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. I can always rely on Quiet Susan to unearth an interesting trinket or two. Okay. That is weird looking. Not sure I like that. Hello, Francesca. The Evican didn't snap Mr. Hungerford out of it, unfortunately. It's strange. At times he appears almost awake, but he is deep in some kind of trance and I can't get anything out of him. He seems to be searching for something. I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I'm not willing to give up so easily. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sleep vessel to get me through this week. Okay, sleep vessel. Let's see what is up with you. Oh, I can archive this now. Sleep vessel. The 6 points of a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 thalamic disciplines: Selenic, Dryadic, Noctic, Diurnic, Wixic, and Mentic. They help people to stay awake beyond any natural limits by storing their fatigue. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. Alright, so I'm looking for something with 6 points. Do you have 6 points? No. But you do. Composition, iron, yellow, orange, black, gemstone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, sense of touch, weathered, hard and cool, sense and sound, and nothing to remark. Inner perception, nothing to remark. Alright, so I don't think that's it. 6 points. You have 6 points. Sense of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. Okay. 6. Scent and sound, touch, engraved symbols. I don't think this is it, because this has got 3 protection symbols, and that doesn't seem right. You don't have 6. You don't have. Nothing here has 6 points. So what do I have that has 6 points? This, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inner perception? It has an energy about it. Oh, thank you. That's very helpful. What about you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is a darkness to it, as if it holds untold fears inside. Well, I think I found it. Item has 6 points. Closer inspection reveals the darkness inside. Alright. Oh, and a resonance compass. That sounds interesting. I'm gonna label this while I'm thinking about it. Vessel. Check. Next. Althea O'Shea. Many years ago, I owned a silent breath, but it was already old when I inherited it, and its power died soon after. It's about time I replaced it. Alright, okay, silent breath. What is that? Silent breath. There are those that consider the white heart a prize to be claimed, but there is no glory to be had from killing a noble guardian of the forest. A silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. Okay. So I'm looking for something with a heart of a white stag? How do I... What are you? Under a mark. Alright, so it's not you. What are you? Vertical position? Orange gemstone. That's not it. Green marble. Under a mark. It's not you. Is it you, maybe? Dark green. Your mark. It could be this, actually. No, because I know this is made of clay, and if there's nothing else to remark, then I don't know how it is. Don't know if that's right. What are you? Cold and smooth. Strong odor. When I shake it, it rattles. Okay, so that's not it, I don't think. Finger mark. Glass. Maybe it's this? White hair. Seems to make the hair stand up on the back of my neck. Alright, I think that's it. Keyword think. Please be right. Ah, let's go. The item features a white hare, a potential trophy from a white stag, and on closer inspection, my senses come alive. Okay. And I got an Elva stone. Let me label this real quick. Is a silent earth. My keyboard sounds so nice when I type on it. Oh, Papa Millennial, hello, welcome, also welcome Raiders, how was your stream? Also, stretch, good idea. Good idea. I adore the cat. The cat is the best part of this game so far. And the fact that he purrs when you pet him, like, look at him! It's just a little dude. He's so cute. Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. I entirely missed the raid. I'm sorry, my sound alerts aren't working for some reason. But, hello, welcome in. Rufus Shelley. I've always wanted to try a Daedalus link. I have a personal interest in the Celestial branch, so I am not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risks. And now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. Okay, looking for a Daedalus link. Daedalus link is a powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. The field is extremely fragile, however, so it would be prudent to not take risks. These items are surprisingly light in weight. The designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight. A feather, or the wings of a bird or insect, for example. Okay. Looking for something that can produce levitation fields, with some nod to flying? Oh, it gives me echolocation. That's cool. Sense of touch. So that's not it. Although that is interesting, the echolocation. Could be you. Tarnished silver, sense of touch, raised detailing, sight and sound, nothing to remark. Inner perception, nothing to remark. Alright, so I don't think that's it then. That's got a protection symbol on it too. Oh, this might be it. Okay, so feathers, cold and smooth. Scent and sound. Smell like rotten egg. Okay, inner perception, nothing to remark. Alright, so I don't think that's it. What else do I've got that's vaguely flight related? Something with feathers or the wings of a bird. What are you? Slate with purple gemstone. I don't think that's it. Doubt it's you. Okay, detailing, perception, sight and sound. No, scent and sound, not sight and sound. What about you? You're not anything special, I don't think. Nope. No. I know it's not that. I'm pretty sure it's not that. It could be this, but that looks weirdly ominous for... Hang on. Daedalus link. Produces a levitation field. Okay. What are you? Scent and sound. Touch. Cool and smooth. Don't think that's it. Oh, it could be that with the leaves. Silver gold. Warm and vibrating with energy. Oh, it could be this. Nothing to remark. Sounds are muffled in its presence. Alright, I don't think that's it, but that's something to note for later, I guess. That's a plant. it's not that. Maybe there's something I have to do with this. Like, I still don't have whatever this is that's supposed to go there. Is that it? No. Is that it? No. Looking for like a... Oh, it's a flower-shaped object. Okay. I don't think I have whatever's supposed to go there. Mark. It has an energy about it. Thank you. Very specific. Slight out-of-body feeling, like my hands belong to somebody else. Okay, that's not it. I know what that is. I know what that is. Do I not have it? Did I miss a clue for something? Surprisingly light in weight. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my scale over here and go like half a pound on one side, and then I'm just gonna take everything with like a feather or a flight motif on it and stick it on the other side and see what happens. So that's heavier. That's heavier. That's heavy. So what about you? You're my only other thing with a flight motif, so I hope you're lightweight. You are lightweight, okay. Perception, scent and sound, looking for a mark, touch, raised detailing, I guess. Alright, and then that is... Actually, that's not a protection symbol, that's a different symbol entirely. Let me check what that symbol is. Protection... That's not it. Alright, so that is not a sign that's in the book anywhere, so I am gonna give this a try, I guess. I think this has gotta be the only thing I can think of that fits the criteria. Oh, yep, there we go. Bird motif is connected to flight. Weighing scale, I can confirm that it's lightweight. Okay. So then I will go ahead and label this as a Daedalus leaf. I think I spelled that right. Even if I spelled it wrong, I'll still know what I'm talking about, so I think it's probably fine. Edmund Bishop. The ravens are back, I see. Looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleaston Castle. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you, gathering dust in hidden corners. All I ask is that you stay out of the South Tower and the master bedroom. And run anything you find by me first, of course. Alright, so I've got... That is a map. Okay. Versus, what was the other one I got? Up. This. Here's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door to the left. There is a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item on it that you are quite welcome to. I never did like it anyway. Alright, so that's gonna go down here. And this is gonna go here as well. Explore. I want to explore the castle. And then the main staircase. For the main staircase. Past the main staircase, turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door to the left. Okay, so in there? The plinth is not hard to spot in the corner of the room next to a small writing desk. A glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's notes. As I gather the item and turn to leave, my eye is drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. I got a book on gemstones by Eli White. Oh, that's our mentor dude. And then whatever this is, I'll put that just over here somewhere. I'll drag that down to my desk. Down. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and archive this. And we can move on to the next day. Yeah. I am apparently a little bit tired today. Very eepy. Well, I mean, I'm always a little bit tired, but I feel like I'm more tired than usual today. Oh, that's my fault for starting stream late. That one's on me. At the end of the long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rock falls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it, they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. Okay. Okay. Trying to figure out what that would symbolize. Oh, I'm looking for a building that matches the shape, I guess? Or actually, it's probably a room in the castle. I don't think the... Are there any rooms in the castle? Yes, right there. Okay. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I am about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. What did I get? Okay, I got a statue of something. Looks almost... It reminds me a little bit of some of the ancient Egyptian depictions of Ra that I've seen with the horns holding the orb above their head. So, I mean, obviously it's not Ra, given the feminine statue, but I'm sure you'll get me. David Schaefer, Mr. Mailman, bring me some clues. Bum 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 bum. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I've had to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point, and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more is there's an energy about it. There's a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to the triangle. That should be marked on this key here, right? The triangle. The Twinnings, Town Hall, the Blacksmith's Guild, Convent, Underwear Station, the Pit, Mossy Wood, Galfrey's Tower,
Bleakstones, Calgarth Hall, Wordsworth Library, Jacob's Folly, Underwood Church, Strange Antiquities, Royston Farm, Courtyard, and the Eye. So I guess I can just zoom in and look and see if there's any, like, obviously triangular trees. Oh. Right there, the triangle. Sure enough, as I approached the center of the curious triangular copse? I don't think I've ever seen that word. Huh. Copse, I guess? At the heart of Heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through, and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately, I am struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here, at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded into the wood. 3 pendants, arranged in a triangle shape. Okay. All sorts of interesting new items. Alright, so I'm gonna archive this. Put these, hang these up somewhere. Yes, go there. You can go here, and I have room for one more here. Alright. First customer. Gus Foley. It's been many years since I performed the rite of red knives, but I can still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an Orford spire. Tried that place in Arnside, and they sent me here. Alright, let's see. Looking for, Orford Spire. O, where is O? L-M-N... Orford Spire, there we are. During the Rite of the Red Knives, an Orford Spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. Okay. So I'm looking for something that's got points and has been submerged in blood. Looks like that might be it. Iron, gray metal flecked with dark red. It's not rust, it's blood. Okay. It's got the points. Flaky substance flakes off and leaves a mark on my fingertips. Scent and sound, nothing to remark. Hidden perception. Has an energy about it. Okay. So that's got blood on it, which makes me think that that might be it. Let me double check to make sure there's not anything else that, like, fits that image description. I know it's not this. It could be this, but... Crackling energy. Touch. Cool and smooth. Bronze. That's got protection engravings, but it's also got an insanity engraving in the middle, so for some reason I don't think that's it. I think it's probably this object from over here. Please be right. Ah, there we go. 2 of the points of the item are visible in the sketch. Closer inspection reveals dried blood, suggesting this item has been submerged in blood. Yeah, I figured. Alright, let me label that. It's called N. Orford Spire. Okay, next customer. Hey, Eli. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? Won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. Okay, a Guise of Lillian. I have no idea what that is. Table of contents, Guise of Lillian. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. A guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. Alright, so looking for something with fossils. So I don't think it's that. It could be this, I don't think. But I don't think it is. Tin. Nope. This. Also, nope. Don't think it's that because it doesn't comment on the gemstone being fossilized. I know it's not that. I'm pretty sure it's not this. Nope. Gemstone, bronze, and stone. That's not it. Oh, it could be this. Thought at first it was bone. Okay, so that's not it. Sense of foreboding. Okay, so that's not it. What else we got that's made of bone? That maybe? Iron and gemstone. That's not it. It's not that. Stone and gold, that's not it. So it's gotta be this then, right? That's fossilized something. Touch, hard and rich, rough and pitted. Slight out-of-body feeling, okay. I think that's it. Cool. Alright, I will finish labeling that as a label is blue. Guise of Lillian. Okay. Let's see what's next. Rebecca Rose. Hello. Oh, is that a cat? My eyes have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. I know his name is Jupiter, and he is a very good cat. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. I'm looking for an Aries remnant or a spirit eye. Okay. These objects induce a form of synesthesia, where colors and tones, light and shadow, can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions, such as miners. The gemstones in an Aries remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. Alright, so that's got so 4 gemstones in like a sort of upward curve shape. Versus, what was the other one? It was a something? Spirit eye. Or this. Spirit eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not entirely clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps? A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their powers from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Alright, so I think an Aries remnant is what I'm looking for here. Looking for something with gemstones in a certain shape. That's not it. Also not it. Gemstones. Silver and stone. Alright, so that's not it. It could be no. Because that's just a big gemstone. I may not have the Aries remnants. Or actually, maybe I do. Dark purple gemstone 3 and 1. That could be it. Sense of touch, rough and polished stones. Sight and sound, nothing special. Inner perception, nothing special. Okay. Oh, I've got a new profile. Rebecca Rose, the artist. Rebecca's eyesight deteriorated very quickly several years ago, and now she is just barely able to distinguish dark and light. This affliction has robbed her of the thing that brought her the most joy in the world, painting. And yet it has not robbed her of her determination, or her kindness, or her love of life. When she learned of strange antiquities and that it might hold a way to restore her sight, she was hesitant. She never did anything without careful consideration. But eventually, her desire to paint again won over, and she decided the risk was worth taking. Alright, I'm gonna give her this here Ares Remnant. I think that's probably the right option. Alright, so that is an Ares Remnant. Let me label it real quick. Alright, next customer. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them up at Calgarth and another fella, a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about a folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog, too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refused to walk down Whole Brick Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. Sunbond, okay. Sunbond. A sunbond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, and made of some non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Okay. So I'm looking for something with a gemstone. That could be it. Composition, bronze, turquoise gemstone. Sensitive touch, hard and cool. Alright, so that's not it. Looking for something that's warm. Polished, warm, color and composition, wood, orange gemstone, gold. That's a precious metal, so that's not it. What about you? Green gemstone and bronze on the outside. I think bronze counts as... precious too, actually. What about you? Cool. That's not it. Okay, what else do I got? Could be you. These markings have been carved in. That's polished, rough, smooth. Right. Gemstone of light. What about you? Feels a little warmer than I would expect. Polished. Bronze and an orange gemstone. I don't know if bronze counts as a precious metal. I mean, I would assume silver and gold do, but I don't know if bronze does. I think it's this one, the gemstone of light. Nothing to remark. Scent and sound, nothing to remark. Touch. Gemstone. That might be it. I swear there was one other thing that had gemstones in it that had like a description marking it as warm. What's this? Oh, this has something to do with moon phases. Do I have to match the phase of the moon on something? That made a new noise. Clock is freaking out. Okay. Alright, so now that's stable all of a sudden. I'm gonna set it back to that weird setting and then just see if anything happens, really. Also, this cat is the goodest boy. I adore him. I simply adore. Was that the weird one? No. one more. There we go. So yeah, that did something. No clue what, but I guess we'll find out at some point. Okay, I figure it's gotta be this. I got distracted by the... Yep, there we go. Okay. Got distracted by the clock for a second, but... Alright, so I'm gonna label this, just so that I know what it is. Sun bond. Bonds. There's no I in bonds. It would help if I could type. Ah. Sorry. Tired all of a sudden. Well, it's not really all of a sudden, but you get what I mean, I'm sure. Audrey Bell. Oh, and I got a new profile. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgen Grimm in the coming days. Alright, let me look at this profile first, since I have a new one. The priest, Audrey Bell. Followers of the warrior god Holgar are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of a village fete organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stands. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Okay. Noted. Not creepy at all. Alright, so I'm looking for a Holgar something. H. Oh, Holgen Grimm. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment. Path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Alright, so protection, truth, and something about the path of the warrior? Alright, so I'm probably looking for something with symbols on it. That's got protection and insanity. I don't think that's it. Sense of touch, weathered. Sentence sound, nothing. Perception, nothing. Okay, so that's not it. Does it show it at all, or does it just show the priests? Just shows the priests. Looks like it's a mask of some kind. Can't see anything in common between the people here except for this mask, or anything distinct about the people here except for this mask. So I'm guessing it is probably a mask. Song's truth to seek judgment. Strong sense of foreboding. Okay. Mark, sense of touch. Cool and smooth. Hard and somewhat rough. So this is a horned mask. The person in the picture is wearing a horned mask. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and hope that it's right. Here we go. Oh, I forgot about the gemstone book that we got. The gemstone is Vivianite, a stone of death. Okay, interesting. Alright, so this, I gotta label this. This is a Holgen Grimm. We'll go ahead and pet Jupiter here. Can I move you around on the counter? No, I cannot. Okay. And I will end the day, I guess? Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard. A small black casket. A very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Okay.
This so far is genuinely the coolest mechanic of this game. Is this tracing with trace with your mouse thing. Okay, I got a staircase. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Okay. So that, my guess is that's gonna be on the map of the castle again? Well, the clock is still weird. I don't know what to do to fix that. Can I click on anything? Nope, I can only click on that. Which I don't want to pull down because then it'll get the clock back to normal. Alright, let's see. Explore. Got this here card. Up the stairs. Left, then left again. Okay, so on the second floor, up the stairs. Left, and then left again. So up the stairs, straight up the stairs. Left, then left again. How do you... Maybe that's the stairs that they're talking about? So there's 3 sets of stairs. There's 5 sets of stairs. There's the tower and the... Alright, so if I assume there are these stairs, up the stairs, so that's that way, so then left, and then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. I don't think that's it. That doesn't seem right. Up the stairs. Left. And then left again. And then second on the right. So if you're going up, that's the right. I don't think that's it either. Alright, so up the stairs. Left. And... no, so that's not it either. What about this way? Up the stairs. Left. And then that'd be right. So I think it's gotta be here, isn't it? Must have taken a wrong turn. Okay. So in that case, maybe... Didn't he specifically say to stay out of the master bedroom, though? Oh. Well, that is an entirely unhelpful hint. I got the note. I'm just trying to figure out where it goes. So, up the stairs. Left. And then... left again. Second on the right. That would still be here. Unless it's up these stairs. Left. And then left again. And 1, 2... That can't be it, that's the balcony. Oh wait, no, if you're going this way, then second on the right would be here? There we go, okay. Got a little tiny bit mixed up there. Just a little bit. Okay, let me check chat real quick. Okay. Nothing new in chat. This bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings, and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Ew, that looks weird. Yeah, I don't think I love the look of that. Alright, customer time, I guess. Helena Appleton. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear all the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. St. John's Anvil, okay. So if I go to my table of contents here, I'm looking for St. John's Anvil.
These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sounds. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but still allow others to be heard. Alright, so... something that looks like a St. John's poppy. Which I don't actually remember what that looks like from the first game. But I know there was something that had an impact on my sense of sound. This, maybe? Nope. Perfect, no. I need sense and... I need, scent and sound. Sounds are muffled in his presence. Okay. So that's an option. Anything else that bears, like, a strong resemblance to the poppy? That's glowing blue, but nothing to remark. Alright, so I'm gonna assume that this is what I'm looking for. There we go! Sorry. Tired. I should probably be done after I finish this in-game day. So that is it. St. John's Anvil. Anvil. There we go. Alright, next customer. Oh, an ad break is running over on Twitch, sorry. He must be Flaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone if you have one. Right, what is an Elva stone? Is it in here? It'll either be in here or in the gemstone book. Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments, such as Braxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Okay, so... it's made of a planetary metal, which is in this book. Selenic is of the moon. Planetary metals, copper, gold, iron, lead, quicksilver. Oh, silver is associated with the moon. Okay. So I'm looking for something that is made of silver and has bronze stone. That's not it. Something made of silver that has a crescent moon somewhere in its design. This is made of tin, right? Yeah. Okay. Made of silver with a crescent moon. Oh, this might be it. Silver with a crescent moon. I'm assuming that's it. There we go. The design features crescent moons, a reflection of the Selenic. The metal is silver, associated with the moon. Oh, I discovered an item. So this is an Elva stone. Okay. See what else we got. Rona! I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Ambra. Okay, interesting. The fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else, but here we are, and here I am. They'd do it all wrong anyway. Okay. Oh, I've got a new profile. Okay. The Relic Hunter, Baron Potter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Baron Potter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He's also no coward, and bears the scars to prove it. He's one of the few that have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does at the slightest provocation. Francis Mason. I've been wearing a pendant that I found in the library, and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty, though. Someone told me that I'd need a Cussack purifier, and that this is the place to get one. Alright, well, I have no clue what that is, but I bet you my book does. Cussack purifier. Yep. Small topaz gemstone known as the Eye. It is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets, perhaps, submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon are cleansed of symbol-imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit to the effectiveness of this process. Okay, so small topaz gemstone in liquid. Do I have anything that would qualify for that? Or this might be it. Yellow paper, green glass, cork. Sense of touch. Scent and smell. Has a strong odor, and when I shake it, it rattles. What's that? That cross on the front. That's gotta mean something. Vinegar. Okay. I think I found my object. Valent. Okay, interesting. Alright, so this is a Cussack purifier. Oh yes, an aurifier. Purifier. Was that one S or two S's? I think that was two S's. Oh, new profile. Simone Green. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old. Perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? I have learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. Okay. Let me see. Alcove key is a horned shackle, an evocant, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Alright, well, I know what some of these are. That's the horned shackle. An evocant is this, and then it was a moon something. It was a moon heart, right? Wasn't it? Well, moon heart is one of the things that I have access to. Oh yeah, I remember her from the first game. She is, she brought me a whole bunch of books in the first game. Simone finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. Mood. What a mood. She manages the collection at Wordsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writings. Okay, so I need a moon something. I'm gonna put that back up here. Selenic Totem was the moon heart, right? Alright, Selenic Totem. Which was one of these somewhere. Selenic Totem. Shield Charm, that's not it. That's not it. I know I have one because I had it labeled. Shadow Hold, Crystallized ring. Sunbond. Libula. Binding seed. Silent breath. Classic purifier. I know I had it. I literally gave it to someone. Oh, there it is. Let's take you down here. Ha! Okay, I've got 2 tiles. And several cups of some kind. And whatever that is. Plus some extra candles, but I don't think I need the candles. Alright, I'm gonna have to drag these down to my desk. Because I have got missing slots on my desk that I can move that up there. I've got some empty slots here. So what is this symbol? So that goes in between a Venus and a... I don't remember what that symbol is, but it goes in between a Venus and whatever that is. Check. And then this arrow goes between the fancy Z and the... I don't remember what that is either, but it goes next to a fancy Z. Is that all of them? Nope, I'm still missing one more. Okay. So that is gonna go up here on one of my shelves. You can go over here. And then, yeah, I don't know what's up with these, so these are just gonna go down here. And then what's this again? Oh, took care of that. Okay, so that can get archived. Jim Wolfe. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Hearing charm. Okay. So I assume I'm gonna need to grab this, go to table of contents, hearing H, hearing charm. A simple trinket that amplifies sound. While generally used by the heart of hearing, they are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course, they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. And hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing. Okay. Interesting. That's actually really interesting. Okay. Alright. What do I've got that takes the form of an animal known for their hearing? Might be a bat? Scent and sound? Oh. That is probably it, actually. I don't think I have anything else that would be known for hearing. Although bats... Yeah, I guess bats are kind of known for their hearing, aren't they? Alright, that is a hearing charm. Let me label that. Blue label for something that I know. Hearing charm. Why did I try and type healing charm? That's not how that works. Not the same words. I have, of course, got to pet that there cat. And, yeah. Yeah, I'm a little tired. Sorry for a shorter stream than normal. I think I'm a little bit over 2 hours right now, but... I am honestly exhausted. I've been really drained lately from classes and studying and all of that. I will hopefully have something exciting tomorrow for my stream anniversary. Hopefully. I really hope I'll be able to get it done in time. But, until then, let me look for someone to raid. I was gonna say bye, but I think I have enough people here to raid. So let's see who I can raid. Is there anyone I'm following who's streaming? Mocha's playing Stray Gods. Let's go ahead and raid into her today. Stray Gods is a very cool, like, RPG musical kind of game. Like, it's formatted almost kind of like a tabletop RPG in the same way that Baldur's Gate is sort of formatted like D&D in a video game format. But it's really, really cool. So let's go ahead and raid into her for today. I'll go ahead and start that raid. And again, thank you all so much for stopping by. And I hope I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.